YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're well. We're looking at Bitcoin today on the monthly time frame at first, just to show you that the prices that we know Bitcoin's back in a bull market. So of course, if you do enjoy this video, do smash the like button. We're almost at 5k, so of course do subscribe and share these videos to your friends and family, and of course leave a comment down underneath these videos if you're finding value or just have anything to say. Perfect, guys. So of course we need to get ourselves back above the 20 EMA, and that is sitting roughly at about 28k, just a little bit below. Let's get the exact price for you: 27,750. This is interesting because if you remember, we were talking about that level a lot on the weekly time frame. Why? Because that is actually the bottom of last year, right there on that wick. Can you see on this wick over here? This one, the low of that candle is 27,740. Can you see this price right there? I need to zoom in for you guys a bit better. There we go. If you just read L low, there you go, 27741. Perfect. So going back to the monthly, we need to reclaim that wick, which was the lowest point of 2021, not 2022, 2021 now. So get above the 20 EMA, reclaim that wick over there, and then we're back in a bull market on the monthly time frame. So until then, there's the risk we could get up to 24k or 28k and still head lower. So we need to see us closing above that, or with multiple months and holding it as support with multiple months. So a long way to go until that point, but we're seeing good signs on the lower time frame. So we will now head over to the weekly time frame as we've just closed off this weekly candle. So we actually came up and met the technical target out of this double bottom over here. I know it's just got a really messy on the chart, but just looking at this red line, this was our target. We'll look at that in a bit more detail on the daily time frame, but just zooming out on the weekly, we can see the weekly close is very bullish, guys. We are yet to take out this high 21.5k. This was the 1 fib level we were talking about right at the top, just before that FTX dump. We want to take out 21.5k, and we are currently rejecting it with this week's candle. We can't go off last week. We have to this week. Currently still got 6 days and 11 hours, but we can go off last week. So very strong momentum that actually pushed us above the 20 EMA. So to be honest, guys, what this signals is that over the coming weeks, if there aren't fake outs, so a fake out would just mean falling back under the 20 and losing this higher low over here, just losing this low over here. So we need to hold this low as support if we were to come back down. If we lose it, then we're coming back to the lows, which will still act as support in the short term, but we could be losing it. So, but we're not getting those fake out signs at the moment. This sign that we've been given after the weekly close is a signal that we want to push up towards 25k, our range high. This is something that I was saying on the channel if we are taking out that FTX capitulation high, which is right here. But now when we go over to the daily time frame, we can see that the momentum could be in the short term dying out. Why? Because at the end of last week, just before I left you guys off, I was talking about us once meeting this target, we're going to die off a little bit, because the target is in and around this white moving average, the 200 moving average. Actually the 200 exponential moving average is just a little bit different. It's a little higher than the regular one. And so yeah, we're currently having our third day rejecting it. We can't currently go off today's candle unless we go on the lower time frames, which we will do in a second. But yeah, the daily time frame is saying we've met the pattern's target, the double bottom. Now let's have a pullback, but we have formed this bullish cross, which is a bullish signal. It means that we're in an uptrend on the daily time frame. It means for the next days and weeks we should be expecting upside. Now that we're above it, let's confirm that as support, guys. So I will turn on the drawings right now. We'll get into that in a second. That is what I left you guys off with last week on the 15-minute time frame. But yeah, looking over here, we've got the 1 fib level up at 21.5k. That is where we're currently rejecting, as well as this red box, which is also a golden pocket. So we usually make it golden, but in this case red. So just so you know that this is resistance. It's interesting that this golden pocket between the 0.5 fib and the 0.618 fib, measuring from this low to that low, you've had this big push up. This is what the fib retracement is, and it's telling you this is where you're getting pulled towards before we continue up. We lost it and created the reversal wave. We started heading to the targets, and after meeting the first target, we started bouncing and trying to reclaim these levels. If you remember in last week's video, I said we now need to flip this into support if we want to go up back to the range high. We have that signal already on the weekly time frame that we broke above the 20 weekly EMA, and that's a signal that it wants to go back up to the top. But I'm going to show you on the lower time frames what we need to do to actually get back up there. Although on the weekly time frame it's saying, yeah, over the next week, 2 weeks, we should be meeting that target of about here. We need to look at the things that could stand in the way, of course. One thing being this 22.78k. And of course, 22k is a nice psychological level as well. But yeah, let's zoom in now on the 15-minute time frame. Remember, on the daily time frame, we've just said that to flip this bullish, we need to take this out. Right now, we're just running it into resistance. So it could be that we're pulling back towards 20k. Can we hold 20k? If not, can we hold 19k? And so on. But yeah, you see this green area of support here between 17.6 and 18.6. We can't lose this now that we've reclaimed it. Losing it is a very bearish statement. We don't want that to happen. We want to do something where we're coming back down, holding this newly formed bullish cross, and that could actually form a very large inverse head and shoulders. This could be your head, this could be your massive left shoulder, the whole entire thing here, left shoulder, here head, and then a massive right shoulder over here. We just need to hold support above this support. We just need to come back to this support and hold it, and then have another go at the resistance. But now we'll take a look at that 15-minute time frame and go back to where we left off last week. So if you remember, on Friday and Saturday, I made a video for you guys. On Friday, we put the fibs from here to here, and Saturday, and we were essentially saying that if we push through the golden pocket over here, then we should expect the 1 fib level. And we see that doing so. We've seen Bitcoin doing so. So if you appreciate that, then do obviously smash the like button, as we are trying to go to the lower time frames nowadays to look at it in a bit more detail. Yeah, looking at the larger time frames, the most accurate, but also scaling down to the lower time frames. Again, there's more manipulation here, more fake outs. So we have to be aware of that, be cautious of that. And so this is why we need to understand that we need to take out the 1 fib level completely if we want to start seeing higher prices. 22k being your next target, and 22.8. This is essentially what I said in the last video update on Saturday, where I made a quick update for you guys. But that's pretty much it. I've just told you that we need to take out the 1 fib level to go up. Without doing so, you can see that we're coming back into this smaller golden pocket between 20.8 and 20.9. You see we're holding that 0.5 right there, and the 200 EMA is slightly below us, holding us up in this shorter term 15-minute uptrend. But we have got a bearish cross. This is just signaling we're coming back down to the 200, to be honest. Now we're trying to reclaim it. If in this scenario now we don't reclaim it, then yeah, we're going to get pushed back under. For me personally, I'm looking at the 382 fib. If we see on the 15-minute time frame consecutive closes below the 15-minute 382 fib over here, 20,670, then we could be returning back to the 0 fib and heading to lower prices. So yeah, I think it would just be a shorter term pullback to try and continue up, because that's the signs that we're getting on the weekly time frame. But remember what we said at the beginning with the monthly, we need to reclaim 28k, 27 over here, 27.7 right there, to actually flip this nice and bullish for you guys. Thank you guys so much for today's update. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, peace.